Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our fifth yoga session organized by IFEZ. So after you have done relaxation last week with me and some core training, today we will focus on hip opening. Hip opening is a very much neglected practice, but also very important because a lot of people do not know that the tightness in the hips can cause a lot of pain in the lower back. Also, people that run a lot may have knee joint problems when the hip is too tight in certain movements. So that's why today we will work on the various poses that work around our entire hip to make sure we stretch it a little more. Also, from a spiritual point of view, it is said that we carry a lot of emotions in our hips. So sometimes when you do a lot of hip opening poses, you may even release some of the stuck emotions that you buried deep within you. As always, we will start with some warm-up first and some breathing before we start with the poses. So remember, our index finger and our thumb, forming a circle, and rest your hands on your knees, either palms down or palms up. Now, we close our eyes and want to bring our attention to our breath. I want you to take a few deep inhalations and exhalations to focus on the here and now. Try to let go of all the thoughts and just try to scan your body. Take a deep inhalation and a deep exhalation. Remember to breathe through your nose only. Inhale and deeply exhale. Inhale and try to exhale much longer than you inhale. Inhale and exhale. While you inhale, try to expand your belly. And while you exhale, release all the air out of your belly. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Start to visualize your entire body, from the crown of your head to the tip of your toes. Try to sense how you feel in every part of your body, telling it to relax. Keep your breathing normal while you scan your body. Let's take 2 more deep inhalations and exhalations together. Inhale and exhale deeply. Inhale And exhale. Slowly open your eyes. And today we will begin our warm-up in a standing position. So from the crossing position, bring your knees to one side and slowly stand up. We will first begin with some hip rotation to lose the tightness in our hip. So try to circle your hips from the right to the left for a few rounds. Take deep circles and feel the stretch in it. Change to the other side. And come back to a standing position. Let's do some shoulder rotations. And let's loosen up our shoulder joints. From front to back for 3 to 4 rounds. And then from the back to the front. Change to the other side and rotate the left shoulder from the front to the back. And from the back to the front. If you feel some shoulder cracking, don't worry, this is very normal because usually we do not rotate our shoulder joints often enough. Let's stretch our shoulder as we usually do. So bring your left arm in front of your body. Use the right arm to pull your arm closer to your chest. Feel the stretch in the deltoid muscles right here. And release and stretch the other side. Okay. Now, let's bring one hand on your waist. Lift your left arm up, extend it over your head, and bend slowly to the right side. Your fingers are trying to point to the ceiling, although we're having a stretch, so you make sure you lengthen the side here. Give it a nice stretch in the oblique muscles. Come back to the center. Place your left hand on your waist and extend your right arm over your head. Give it a nice stretch. Try not to collapse like this. Try to make right straight. And release. Now open your arms to shoulder height, the palms facing forward. Inhale, lift the ribcage through the sternum, and exhale and twist to the right side. The lower body stays static while the upper body twists to the right. If you can gaze to the back. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. And come back to the center. Inhale again, lift the chest and exhale to the left side. Turn your upper body and if you can, gaze to your back hand. Keep breathing while you hold the pose. And come back to the center. Swing your arms behind your back. Interlock your fingers like this. Rotate the shoulders backwards and the shoulder blades draw towards the midline. Now we inhale, lift the chest, and we exhale and slowly fall forward until you feel your limit of the stretch. You can go as deep as you can. Try to relax and keep breathing, nice and long. Slowly roll yourself back up. Now I want you to walk your feet closer to each other. Remember what we learned in the mountain pose. You want to contract all the key muscles. So the heels firmly press into the ground. Engage your thighs. We call these muscles the quadriceps. Engage your abdominal muscles. And lower your shoulders. Now we inhale, and now we lift up our heels to balance on our tiptoes. If you can, you feel comfortable, you can raise your arms over your head. If you cannot, you can just balance on your tiptoes. Palms facing towards each other. Keep breathing. Remember to stay up straight. Balance. And release. Now we will continue with some of the standing poses, and we will begin with our warrior sequence. So step towards the front of your mat. And bring your left leg backwards, about 3 to 4 feet apart. The right foot is pointing forward, and the left foot is in a 45-degree angle. Square your hip to the front, and try to have your heel resting on the mat. Now we inhale and bend our right knee to the front, so the knee comes directly above the ankle. Preferably in a 90-degree angle here. Now reach your arms over your head, palms facing towards each other, and keep breathing in Warrior One. In this pose, I want you to focus on squaring the hip to the front, so feel the stretch in the calf muscles and also in the hamstrings. Keep breathing. For 2 more, and 1, and release, and come back to the center. Now I just asked you to go to the other side. So your left foot is pointing forward, and the right foot is in a 45-degree angle. Square your hip to the front. Inhale and bend your left knee until your knee is directly above the ankle. The heel is on the mat. Raise your arms over your head, palms facing together or the index fingers pointing, and breathe. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1, and slowly release. Let's continue with Warrior 2. So this time I want your body to stay to the side and your right foot points forward. The left one, 90-degree angle, and the hip is not square to the side, to the front, it's square to the side. Now we do the same thing. We want to bend our right knee so it goes directly above the ankle, preferably a 90-degree angle. Now we inhale and lift our arms to shoulder height. And we gaze to the front arm. Gaze to the right. Stay here, engage your muscles, and keep breathing. This time we want to focus, as I said, hips to the side. Yes. And you can bend your front knee as much as you can. It's important that your knee does not point inwards, but rotate it outward so it remains directly above the ankle. And slowly release and change to the other side. That means the right foot is pointing 90 degrees and the left one is pointing forward. You can keep your arms at shoulder height. We inhale and we bend our left knee until the knee is directly above the ankle. Make sure the thigh squeezes it outwards and does not fall inwards. Gaze to the left. Keep breathing. And warrior 2. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Now I want your lower body to stay static and your upper torso folds forward, and you place your elbow on your knee. Your right arm reaches out over your head, and you try to open the torso a little bit so the chest opens up. You can gaze to your upper hand. Stay here for 2, and 1, and release. Come back, and we change to the other side. The right foot pointing forward. We bend our knee, place our lower arm on the knee, and we extend our left arm over your head. Open up your torso so the chest can be widened, and gaze to the upper. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and slowly release. Now, I want you to walk your foot a little closer, so it's about a little more than hip distance apart. And I want you to rotate your heels inward. So go on your tiptoes, rotate them inwards, and rotate the thighs outward. Now we want to practice to squat them, and your knees should walk into a triangle position. So when we squat, they walk outside. They do not collapse inside. I want them to walk outside. So let's practice that. We do a couple of squats. So you go down, the knee directly above the toes, and up, and down, and up. Bring your hand into prayer position now, and let's hold the squat position. So we go down, make sure your knees are directly above the toes, and stay here for 3, 2, and 1, and go back up. And now we want to sit down even further. We want, when we sit down, always go all the way down to the bottom. So inhale, and while we exhale, try to go all the way down to almost sit between your legs until you can rest your hip. Now use your elbows, press them against the knees. So your elbows will do the work of opening your hip. Keep your hand into prayer position. Keep breathing. And let your elbows work on your hip opening. Stay here and breathe. Slowly release your arms. Place them behind your buttock. And sit down. Bring your knees together. I will change to the side. You can watch me better. Bring yourself back up. And walk the left leg back. We will work with the knee on the mat. So remember, we have our hands parallel and our right foot directly in between. Our left leg is extended and the knee rests on the mat. Now bring yourself to a neutral position. Raise your arms over your head. And just feel the stretch in our hamstrings. These are the lower sides of our thighs. Stay here, try to relax, and keep breathing. Now we open our arms to shoulder height, and we rotate to the left. Try to balance. And come back to the center. Bring your arms down. Place them on the mat and try to release your lower leg. So you bend your left knee as much as you can. Now you should feel a deeper stretch in the lower back hamstring. And walk your lower leg back, sit on the mat. Now release your right arm and try to bring it up to the ceiling. If you can, turn your torso to the right side. And slowly come back. Now tuck your toes and push your knee off the mat to come into a deeper stretch. Keep breathing while you stretch. Drop your knee back to the mat and flatten your foot. Now release your right arm and bring it inside next to your left hand. This is called the lizard pose. And if you can walk deeper and rest on your forearm. If you can. Slowly walk and feel the stretch. If you cannot rest on your forearm, you may just stay on your hands. Try to relax. Do not fight the pain. Instead, relaxing eases. It allows you to go deeper into the stretch. Slowly get back on your palms, walking your right hand outside of the right foot. Walk your right leg slowly back, release the stretch slowly, and slide your right leg back. Come to the knee. Now walk your left leg forward between your hands. When you found a comfortable position, lift your torso to neutral position. Inhale and reach up the arms over your head, palms facing together. Let gravity deepen the pose and give you more stretching. Open the arms to shoulder height and twist to the right. Come back to the center. Place your hands on the mat and try to bend your right knee. Keep breathing. Through your nose. Lower your foot back to the mat. Now release the left hand and try to press it up to the ceiling. If you can rotate your torso a little bit to the side so you open up the chest. And slowly come down. Now tuck your right toes. Inhale and lift your knee off the mat to straighten your back leg. Keep breathing for 3, 2, and 1, and drop your knee back and flatten your foot on the mat. Now release your left hand and bring it inside your left foot and come come to the lizard. If you you can walk your arms down and rest on your lower arms. Stay here. Keep breathing and try to relax so you can deepen the pose. Slowly get back on your palms. Walk your left hand next to your left foot. Tap your right toe. And bring your left leg back and come to plank. Let's hold the plank. Remember to keep your thighs engaged, your buttock muscles and your abdominal muscles. And keep breathing. Stay and breathe. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And drop your knees and slide your hip backwards and come to child pose. Slowly come back up. Bring your knees together and lift your hip up so you come into a kneeling position. Now we want to rotate our lower legs outside. So they're in a kind of a 90 degree angle. And while we want to sit back, you can lean your body forward and try to sit back. If you cannot go down any further, put a cushion underneath your buttock to support. If you can, use your hands on your calves to support sitting back and try to sit down on the mat. Try to sit up straight, so we want to lengthen our spine. And put our hands in our lap and just stay in the hero pose. If you feel pain or uncomfortable, back up a little bit and try to rearrange and sit where you can. Put the cushion underneath if it hurts. Just rearrange until you feel comfortable. Keep breathing through the nose, deep and long breath. The chest lifts a little bit like a proud warrior. Now bring your hands on the mat or on your calves. Slowly bring yourself back up into a kneeling position. Now I want you to rotate both legs to the left side, the lower legs, and sit down right next to your feet. From here, I ask you to extend the leg that's farther away from your hip, in this case the left leg, to the back. Try to extend it back. And now let's try to square the hip, square the knee and the sole of the foot, so we can look forward. Firmly press your knee and your foot into the earth and square. The front foot heel should rest next to the groin. If you cannot sit straight, you can walk forward a little bit until you feel comfortable. If you can sit all the way straight and feel the stretch in your lower back. Stay here and breathe. If you can, try to release your lower leg and move it up a little bit, just a little bit. If you cannot, leave it on the mat and breathe. If you can, lift it up. Slowly lower your foot. Lean to the right side and bring your left leg back to front leg. Now come to kneeling and move your lower legs to the right side and sit down next to them. Lean to the left and extend your right leg back. When your leg is straight, square your hip, square your back leg and your foot, and firmly press it into the floor. You can walk your torso upwards as much as you can. And breathe. Now, if you can, bend your back leg so the toes are pointing upwards. If you cannot, stay only slightly above the ground, or a little more, or stay where you are. You can bring them up. This one is one of the most effective hip opening poses. So if you can perform that at home yourself. Lower your leg, watch TV in that position, and just try to relax. Bring your body to the left side and release your right leg. Bring your knees to the front. And do a little bit of core training. So sit on your sacrum, on your sits bones. Release your hands and put them under your knee joints. Now lift up your toes and try to balance on your sacrum. For those of you who have a strong core, you can try to straighten your legs and release your arms and come into the boat pose and balance here. If that is too difficult, go back to the bent knees and hold them under your knee joints. You can try and balance. Stay here for another 5, 4, 3, bear with me, 2, and 1. Slowly bend them and relax. Let's try to curl down to give our abdomen a little bit of a rest. Down. Straighten your legs. Place your arms next to your body or slightly under your buttock to support your back. Now we want to inhale and lift our upper torso off the mat and lift up the chest. And try to arch your back a little bit so you will give our abdominal muscles a bit of a stretch. Stay here and breathe for 3, 2, and 1, and slowly lower yourself back to the mat. Bring your knees to your body, hug them, and stay here for a while. You can close your eyes and relax. If you want, you can rock a little bit from the left to the side. Open your eyes and try to rock a little bit on your back. Try to rock. Keep your abdominal muscles tight. Rock until you can sit back up. I'm going to try a few times until you can sit up straight. If you come to sitting position, I want you to outwardly rotate your knees and firmly press your soles of the feet into each other. Interlace your fingers and wrap them around your legs. And now, this is called the butterfly position. Let's try to swing so we open up our hip joints. Apply as much force as feels comfortable to you. Now, try being in a comfortable position and use your elbows to push them down. You can just wrap your hands around the ankles and try to push down your knees with your elbows. Use the force of your arms to open your hip. Keep breathing through your nose. Deep inhalations and exhalations. Hip opening takes time, so give yourself half a minute or a minute to stay in some of the positions if you perform them at home until you feel the deepening of the stretch. Try to relax. Do not fight the pain. Slowly release the force of your elbows. Wrap your hands again around the feet. And now we want to try to pull ourselves forward. So try to pull yourself forward as much as you can. May happen you're just here or forward, but you can go as far as you can. Remember, sense your body. Don't go beyond your limitations. If you can, your head can rest on the mat. Stay here and breathe. Okay, slowly release and come back up. Bring your hands behind your back, close your knees, and swing them a little to release the tension. Now from here, I want you to stretch out your legs in a triangle position. You can go as far as you want, but the important thing is you need to straighten your legs. So I don't want to have your knees up here. The knees should be on the mat. So engage your quadriceps, the thighs, so your knees are on the mat. If you can widen it a little more. Whatever feels comfortable. So now I want you to tilt the pelvis forward. You can put your hands behind your buttock and try to tilt your pelvis forward between your legs. So don't sit back and round, but try to pull yourself up. and lengthen the spine. So the important thing is try to get longer. I want you to lengthen the spine by tilting the pelvis forward. Try to sit comfortably directly between your hip joints. Stay here and breathe. And again, try to relax. The more you relax, the deeper the stretch will be. If you feel that you have more space to stretch, bring your hands forward, rest them on the mat, and slowly pull your body forward. Only if you can. If it's too much, you just stay the hands back. If you can, you walk forward, even can rest on your lower arms. Make sure your knees are firmly on the mat and your legs are straight. And now, let's keep breathing. With every inhalation, you try to lengthen the spine a little bit, not to round it. With every exhalation, you can go a little bit deeper. Perform this on your own for a few rounds of inhalations and exhalations. A deep breathing will help you to relax, so try to remember deep inhalation and even a longer exhalation. Very slowly walk yourself back. Come back out of the stretch really, really slowly. Hands behind your buttock and slowly try to bend your knees, very slowly. And shake it a little bit. Now I want you to stretch them out, not as far as you did before, maybe 45, 60 degree angle. Place your right hand behind your buttock and release your left hand. Now inhale and push your hip off the mat a little bit. Feel if you can do it. Lift it up and down, and up and down, and up and down. Now we want to hold that position, so when we lift our hip off the mat, we want to come back as high as possible and raise our arm above our head. So we inhale and lift the hip off the mat and extend our arm to the back. Exhale, twist your body to the side and bring the upper arm next to your right hand. Slowly come back and sit down. Now place your left palm behind your buttock. It's probably easiest if the fingers are pointing to the side to support your pushing off the mat. Bring the right hand just on your thigh, relax it here, and try to push yourself up the mat. Up and down, and up and down, and up and down. Now prepare to hold the pose. So inhale, lift your hip off the mat, and extend your arm backwards. Turn your body to the left side, bring your hand next to the other hand. Keep breathing, and slowly come back and sit down. Now let's reverse for our wrists because we stretched them a lot. So try to place your palm down and pull the palm as close to your forearm as possible. And feel the stretch. Let's reverse for the other wrist. Pull the palm down close to your forearm. And feel the stretch in the wrist joint. Walk your legs closer to each other, bend them slightly, and release. Now from this position, just move to the side. Let's curl down to lay flat on the mat. So bring your arms forward. And instead of doing a curl up, we do a curl down and slowly unroll ourselves. Straighten the left leg and keep the right leg bent. Try to bend the right leg even further, as much as possible. Now we inhale. Try to grab your the right leg toe with your fingers and try to straighten your leg as much as possible. If you cannot straighten your leg, you may hold it at the calf or at the thigh. But if you can, you hold your big toe. Now exhale and pull your head off the mat to pull yourself closer to your right leg. Keep breathing while you deepen the stretch. If your leg bends, try to bring it back up a little and then straighten it again. If you cannot grab your toe, remember to grab your calf. Maybe use a second hand as well to support. Make sure your leg is straight. And then you can pull from here. Keep breathing nice and long. If you feel pain, back up a little until the pain releases, and then slowly pull again. Slowly release the stretch and bend your right leg. Now use your left hand, place it on the outside of the right knee, and pull the bent leg over to the other side. And the right arm extends out to the side, and you gaze towards your right hand. Feel the stretch in your buttock muscles and the reverse of the hip stretch. Keep breathing. Slowly release. Bring your right leg back up and straighten it and lay it down on the mat. Now, we bend our left leg. Bring it as close to chest as possible. Inhale and try to grab your left toe or your calf or your thigh and try to straighten your knee. It may be much easier to hold your thigh or your calf muscles. Now exhale, pull your head off the mat and try to bring your head closer to your leg. Remember to straighten your leg. If you cannot, back up and straighten your leg again until you can. And then slightly start to pull again. Feel pain, feel your pain. If it's a good pain, like a nice stretch, or a bad pain that is sharp. If you feel a sharp pain, back up and release. You may want to shake your leg and then start over. If you do not feel a sharp pain, you can continue to breathe and hold the stretch. Slowly relax and bring your leg back up. Bend your left knee. Place your right hand on your left knee and pull your left knee over to the right side. Extend the left arm to the side and turn your head to the left side and gaze to the left. Feel the stretch and relax. Slowly release the position. Bring your leg back up. Bend both knees and try to hug them at your chest. Now release the hugging and try to straighten your legs a little bit so your legs are slightly bent. Extend your arms to the side. They support your body. Now I want you to sway from right to left. So we inhale, right, and exhale back to the center. Inhale to the left and back to the center. Inhale right and back to the center. And left to the center. Perform a few rounds on your own speed. The next time you move to your right, I want you to drop your knees down and just stay in the stretch. Feel the stretch in the left arm shoulder and in your buttock muscles. Bring your legs back up and sway to the other side and lay your knees down and gaze either to the ceiling or to the right side. Bring your legs back to the center and move your arms back next to your body. and try to straighten your legs to the ceiling. Let's stay here. You can use a cushion to support your buttock or rest your legs against the wall if that feels more comfortable for you. Now, lower your legs, but do not drop them on the mat. Lower your legs flat to the ground until your legs are parallel to the floor. Keep everything tight, Hold your legs. Stay here for 3, 2, 1, and release and drop on the mat. Let's come to Savasana, which is our relaxation. Cover yourself if you feel cold and rest on your back. Your legs slightly spread apart. Your arms a little bit away from the body. Palms up. Close your eyes. And let's do a few deep inhalations and exhalations. When you inhale, I want you to imagine like your belly expands like a balloon. And when you exhale, the belly sinks into the mat. So inhale, feel the belly expand, and exhale, the belly sinks into the mat. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. With the next inhalation, try to expand your belly and also fill your chest full of air and expand your chest. And when you exhale, you empty the air out of the chest and out of the belly. Inhale, expand your belly and your chest. And exhale, empty all the air out. Inhale, and while you exhale, you let go of your thoughts a little more. Inhale relaxation into your body. And exhale relaxation. Inhale. I am relaxing my body. My body is fully relaxed. Slowly bring your attention back to your body. Start moving your toes and your fingers. Reach your arms up over your head and stretch your body. Bring your hands back down. Roll to one side, keeping your eyes closed, and rest on your side. Put your up and push yourself up the mat, coming back to a sitting position while you keep your eyes closed. 3 more deep inhalations and exhalations together. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. While keeping your eyes closed, bring your hand into a prayer position in front of your chest. Now take a bow and forward. Come back up and slowly open your eyes. Thank you for participating in this yoga session. As always, please try to write down your names so IFEZ can record your names who has participated today. So today is Tuesday and we will see you again on Thursday, same time, same place. We will focus more on our buttocks then and give ourselves a little buttock training before the weekend. So have a nice day and see you on Thursday.